What is going on, LEGO investors? So today we're going to go over a set that's coming out that is really iconic. This is an amazing set. I am surprised that they made this set, and they did a phenomenal job with it. The set similar to this has been doing really well, and yeah, I am overall just impressed with this set. I do have some concerns. I'm worried about the price point, and the price point could mean this set just gets flooded, and I think there's a really good chance of that. But this is why I make these videos, so we can talk about this set, begin discussion about it, determine whether this is a set that we could potentially want to invest in. I know it's early, but we need to do videos like this, before they come out, when they come out, mid, and retirement, so we kind of gauge just how the set is doing, whether it makes it a potential to invest in, or if it's something we should avoid later on. So we'll definitely get more of these types of videos, but I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on this. Comment down below will definitely help the channel, help the community. Should this be something that we pay attention to, where we could potentially make some money? Or should we focus our time elsewhere? But let's dive into it. Today we're talking about Game Boy. This is item number 72046. This set is 421 pieces. You get 390 LEGO Insider points, and it retails for $60. I just want to say LEGO knocked it out of the park with the design of this. I mean, whoever designed this should get a raise. That's phenomenal. That looks like the Game Boy. I never thought they would make a Game Boy in LEGO form. I truly would. If you would have asked me, I would have said no. It never would have went through my mind. But whoever designed it really did a great job, and this is a phenomenal set. I mean, they even included 2 cartridges. We got Super Mario Land and Zelda. And then we also got 2 different game screens. So, I mean, that's just a nice touch included in that. And then with the display, I mean, I give the set, the design-wise, build, everything, I give it probably a 10 out of 10. I'm curious to know if you think there should have been different games included with this, or if you're happy with those 2. And maybe if you feel like the design should have been a little different. Is there anything that's throwing you off? Like, I like that you can insert the cartridges. Like, that's phenomenal. I mean, it just looks so great. If this was back in the day, I think this set would have been, and when I say back in the day, like pre-2016, before LEGO just went berserk and started flooding the market with everything, I honestly think if this came out for $60, it would be a $200 set in retirement. But my concern is that it's $60 and we're going to have too much inventory and it's not going to be worth anything. I think there's a really good chance of that, and there's potential, and at this price point, it's going to fly off the shelf at the beginning. It's might be hard to get for a while, but overall, it's probably going to sit on the shelf, and that's my concern. And I think there's a really good chance that this is going to be out for 4 years. If it's out for 2 years, I'll consider it. But if it's out for over two, I think at this price point, I think it will be a pass for me. So let's take a look at some items here. So this is the part of the sub theme miscellaneous, which is just a weird sub theme. But we got a few sets in here. We got the Mario Kart and standard kart, which I do not. I mean, it's an okay set. Then we got the Super Mario World and Yoshi. I do not like that set at all. We got the Piranha Plant, and I really think it's going to follow the Piranha Plant, because this is a $60 set. It's a phenomenal set. I've always liked it. But this one has not really sold at all. I would have thought this would have been more popular, and the inventory is just too high. Then we got the Mighty Bowser, which is a phenomenal set. We got the Super Mario 64 question mark block, $200, and then the Nintendo Entertainment System. So that's a phenomenal set. Retails for $270, value right now of $297.30. So it's doing okay. I know a lot of you got this on sale, and I think they knocked it out of the park with this set. I think this is a 10 out of 10 set too. And I think this has a potential to run up quite a bit. But the problem with this, and really why it's not a lot higher than it should have been, or should be right now, is it's been out for 4 years. It released August 2nd, 2020, and it retired November 29th, 2024. So I'm definitely betting the Game Boy is going to be out for 4 years. I know a lot of you have invested in this. I would love to hear if you've made money on it already, or if what your sell price is going to be and how many you got. Because I think there's a huge potential with this, because we have the Nintendo here. People are going to want to put the Game Boy next to this, and then the Super Nintendo will come out. You'll have all 3 of those. I mean, there's room for this lineup to grow. I think there's a big potential. And it should also be noted, we also have another console system, which is the Atari 2600. This is item number 10306. Obviously not Nintendo, but it's a console. This one retail for $239. Got a value right now of $218.23. So I understand why the Atari did bad. It's just not, I mean, it's iconic, but it's not as popular as Nintendo. I mean, it's hard to say, but I think the Nintendo is more popular. It resonates with people a lot more because they grew up with it compared to probably the Atari 2600 where a lot of adults bought this. But people grew up with Mario, Nintendo, and the Game Boy. I mean, the Game Boy was iconic. It's still iconic. It's still kicking strong. So I want to know how you feel about this set. Is this something that you could potentially invest in, or is it probably going to be a pass because of the price point and the inventory and how long it's out for? So while you're commenting your thoughts and opinions down below, I'm going to go over a few of these sets on eBay. We only got a few. So we got the question mark, the Mario 64, $193, 49 cents, $215.99, $220, $143 pre-owned, $102 pre-owned, $150, $200, $238. I had a chance to buy these, but I just passed it. I just am not a big fan of it, honestly. Could this go up a little bit more? Yeah, I think it's got a little bit of room to run, but overall, not really disappointed I passed on it. Then, the Nintendo Entertainment System, which I think definitely has a lot of room to grow. And it's just going to keep growing if we get more consoles. And I think it's going to help. I think the Game Boy is going to help this out, honestly, and vice versa. So, unopened, brand new, $275, $244 pre-owned, brand new, $299.75, $325, $423.06, amazing, $315. Yeah, I want to know who invested heavily in these. $300 there, $285, 41 bids, $300, $280, $245, $270, $259, $300. So yeah, doing very, very well right now, and phenomenal build, just like the Game Boy. And then we have to look at the Atari 2600, $170. I mean, this was out for so long. You always have to watch out for a set that is on different levels of sales, because this one just went on sale at so many different levels. It was like, I think Costco had a sale at one point, and they're just so, when you see that, that's concerning, because you're going to compete against people that have it cheaper than you, and then when they hit their price points and when they're comfortable, they'll list their sets and they'll just get flooded. And I think that's what happened with this. I want to say, if anyone remembers the sales exactly, I'll have to reference some of my videos, but I think that it went on sale like $160, $170, and it was available online at Costco for an insane price. I want to say $150, but I'm not quite sure on that. But this one's $162.50, $160, $152.50, $180, $185, $152.50, 18 bids, $175. So, do I think it could go up with time? Yeah, but I think it's going to be rough. It's nowhere near the scale and level of the Nintendo Entertainment System. And I think the Game Boy is strong, but I'm just concerned with the price point and amount of inventory we're going to have. But overall, love the set. Gonna keep an eye on it. I think it's definitely going to come down to a sale. If I could score it for, $30 around there, maybe 40, I may consider it, but it all depends on how long it's going to be out for. So, this is in the maybe pile for me, but I want to hear from you. Shout out to everyone that watched this full video, comments, likes. Really appreciate it. You're helping this channel. I hope you're having a great day and a great night, but as always, please do your own research, have some fun, make some money.
Video is not financial advice. Any statements made are my views and is for entertainment purposes only and should not be taken as financial advice. Do your own research before making any financial investments.